Hello everyone, Karanyam here. Um, Today we're gonna be solving the second problem in LeetCode, which is to add two numbers. Let's take a look at the problem description. So we're given two non-empty linked lists representing two non-negative integers. The digits are stored in reverse order, and each of the nodes contain a single digit, and we need to add these two numbers and return it as a linked list. You may assume the two numbers do not contain any leading zeros except number 0 itself. Okay, so let's take a look at the example. We have two input, two linked lists. One is 2, 4, 3, and the other one is 5, 6, 4. So the first one basically means 342 is the reversed order, and the second number is 465. If we added them together, it's 807, which, if we reverse it, generates the output 708 as a linked list. So how can we solve this problem? It's very straightforward because the linked list is in reversed order, meaning the first digit 2 is actually the first number that we're going to add. So we basically do 2 plus 5 equals to 7, 4 plus 6 equals to 10. We got 0 here, and we got a carry 1, and then we add 3 to 4, and we also add with the carry 1. It gives us 8. So to solve this problem, we basically can iterate through both input linked list until both of them are none. And as we iterating, we added the number and we record the carry. And at the last loop, we check if the carry is 0 or 1. If it's 0, then we don't add another node. But if it's 1, then we add another node here, like 1. So, okay, let's start coding for it. Okay, so what we need to do is first we need to have a dummy node just so we can return the answer. And as we want to iterate through the through both of the input linked list, we want to, for each of the loop, each of the iteration, we want to create a new node, just so we can create it and add the number. So we're just gonna use current as the iterator. We don't want to change the input linked list, so what we need to do is we want to assign a new pointer to the input, and we're gonna iterating using the new pointer. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna return dummy.next. Okay, so how can we write our while statement? Basically, if p is not null, or q is not null, then we continue our while loop. So we want to get these two numbers, so int value 1 equals to, if p is none, then the value is 0, otherwise it's p dot value, right? And the value 2 is, if q is none, then 0, otherwise q dot val. Okay, so we got these two numbers, right? Then the sum of them is going to be value 1 plus value 2, and we want to consider if there is a carryover from the previous add. So we need this add. At the very beginning, the carry is 0, right? Okay. So what will be the output of the first, like the output value of the output linked list node? So the new value is going to be sum the remaining of the sum multiplied by 10, and the carryover will be sum divided by 10, right? So if two numbers are added up and they're more than 10, then the carry is 1. Okay, so with the new value available, we can now start creating a new node, and we basically want to assign that node as the next of current node. So current.next equals to new list node. The value will be new value, and yeah, so the current become, then we basically move current pointer forward, and finally we need to move p and q forward. So p equals to, if p is none, then it's still none. We're just gonna continue assigning none to him. If p is not none, then p equals, then we move p forward, stand for q. Okay, so then we basically finish our while loop. One thing that we want to check is, when we finish the loop, we want to check if the carry is 1. If carry is 1, we need to create a new node for it. So what we are gonna do is we basically need to copy this one. Current.next equals to new list node, and the value will be 1, right? Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Let's see. Can I see the console? Okay, let's run the code and see if it's okay. Okay, accepted. Now let's submit. Okay, succeeded. 2 milliseconds. Um, sounds good to me. Um, Now the last step that we want to cover is the time complexity and space complexity. Let's see. The main function is this while loop, right? So let's say if L1 has m nodes and L2 has n nodes, right? So we basically loop until both of them are pointing to none. So the time complexity equals to O maximum of m and n, right? And for space complexity, I think the output linked list will have O maximum m and n nodes because we basically when we add the smaller linked list to the longer list, then it's just the longer one is just gonna stay either exactly same number of nodes or like plus a carry which is one. So in terms of complexity, it's big O max m or n. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next problem.